Late Fees besties! The No More Late Fees podcast is now available on Patreon. Subscribe to receive exclusive content including Ask Me Anythings, playlists, live streams, bonus clips, and more. Check us out at patreon.com/No More Late Fees. This week on the No More Late Fees podcast, Danielle and I are covering the classic 1995 movie Now and Then. But we're not alone this week. We have our friend and nostalgia TikTok extraordinaire, Morgan Bartel, joining us today. Welcome.
I'm so glad, guys. I've listened to you guys like crazy, so it's so fun to be a part of it finally.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Like, honestly, the fact that you even follow us on TikTok and engage with us was amazing because you have a huge following. So I was just like, oh my God, Jackie, there's this really cool nostalgia TikToker. She follows us and she's like messaging us and she said she'll do the show. I'm so excited.
That following came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. I was like, well, my nostalgia nerdiness, I guess other people enjoy. So, and I love finding accounts like you guys because it's so fun to hear someone else's dialogue on just throwbacks in general. But I'm a total movie nerd, so it just feeds my soul. Yay! I love it.
Yay. And you're a Patreon bestie. Thank you so much.
I love Patreon.
Thank you. We were very humbled and thankful for that, really.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. We all have to support each other, right?
So true. It's been so great. It's such a sweet and just like inclusive community. And on every platform pretty much that we've been seeing. Yeah.
It must be all the serotonin being released with the nostalgia. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Well, speaking of your account, I mean, curious minds want to know what made you start yours?
I actually said I would never start a TikTok, mainly because my full-time job is social media marketing. I've been doing it basically since Facebook started. I actually did it back in MySpace days. I created a page and made it business like before they even had those. And so one of my clients, they were like, well, we want to try and possibly go on TikTok. Do you know much about that? I'm like, I have no idea. And they're like, we will pay you more if you can help us figure out how to get on TikTok. And I'm like, well, sure. I mean, got to make that dough. So I joined and didn't do anything for a month. I just kind of studied it and studied the way that people were engaging and things like that. And then I was like, okay, well, I think I've got this down. So I went back to corporate and I was like, I think I have it to a point where we could actually set up a TikTok and be successful. And then they're like, well, we decided that we're not going to allow any franchises or anyone else to have TikTok. So we don't need it anymore. Well, at that point I've been hooked. I was like, this place is fun. I was like, maybe I should post a video. And it just kind of went from there. That's what's wild is like, I would post like one video here and there. I think I posted something silly. Do you remember when the Jurassic Park like filter was on and everyone was filming like outside their houses?
Yes.
I think that was one of my first videos. Looking back, I'm like, it wasn't good. I would think I was on the highway. My husband was driving. I'm like, this will be hilarious. I think it got like maybe 16 views.
Oh my God. Don't you hate when you think like you work really hard on a video and you think, oh my God, people are going to love it. And then it just dies.
Yes. I did this one like with the Parent Trap where I compared how closely they did the scenes for the Lindsay Lohan remake to the original Haley Mills. And I posted that and it was like late at night and I was like, this is key time for my people. I rolled over and woke my husband up. I was like, this one's going to be good. Dude, that thing flopped so hard. I was like, bummer, man, but it was fun to make.
Which one of yours was like the first one that really took off and you were like, oh my God?
It was when I still had no clue what my niche was going to be. And me and my best friend had taken our kids to Olive Garden and we both were looking ratchet. It was not, we should not have been making a video in Olive Garden. And her daughter pulls out this giant thing of yarn. And I was like, well, okay, that's weird. And all I thought was, I was like, you best not be getting that in my salad. And she's like, Miss Morgan, have you ever heard of the cat's cradle? I was like, shut up. And so I did a video of me and my best friend doing the stupid cat's cradle in Olive Garden. And I posted it and I said, hey, you might have been born in the 90s or the 2000s if you did this in school. That thing dates back to like the 1800s, but I had to look it up because everyone was like, well, false. It was here. I'm like, no. But that thing went, I think that was my first like viral-ish video. And then after that, everyone started like requesting different nostalgic things. And I was like, there's my niche. It just kind of fell into my lap.
Love it when the audience tells you what to do.
Yes.
Makes it easier.
I was like, I see y'all.
It's awesome. Now it's like, okay, being on one side where you're the social media strategist and now you're on the other side. How does that feel like being on both ends?
Well, one, like I can schedule out content for a client like a month in advance, especially since like a lot of them are with branding packages, things like that, to where we know what our goals at the end of the month are, our goals for each quarter of like what we want to share or educate our followers on. And then with especially like TikTok, like my Instagram sucks. Like if somebody had to like use my social media up until my TikTok as a calling card, they would probably not hire me. So I was very thankful for references. But it's vastly different because TikTok, the algorithm is constantly changing. And I swear it has that time of the month, just like women do, because it just pops off and it's like, you know what? I don't know. I'm not feeling it today. 50 views. That's all you're getting. And then it gets over it. And it's like, here's 200,000 in 4 hours. You're like, I don't get it. But I don't know. Like I love to create content. I used to vlog and I loved it. We did it as a family and we would travel to about 6 different countries each year. And I loved being able to catalog that and look back. And then once I started doing the filmmaking portion on the side with some of my clients as well, my vlogs kind of went to the side and I was like, man, I kind of miss just making stuff for me, like just that creative outlet.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have the time. But with TikTok, I'm like, I have time to make a 60-second video. I have time to make a 15-second video. I mean, I can do that sitting in my car and it's so much more fun that way. So I think one side is very structured and deadlines, timelines, all that. And then the other is, hey, I could do this right now. Right. And especially with TikTok, like you can pop on there with no makeup on and that video will go viral and people are so like, some people are super nice, some people are not.
Yeah.
I have found myself on the nice side of TikTok, thankfully, except for a few videos.
Yeah.
But they've always been so kind. And it's one of those where I'm like, I don't feel like I have to get like all dolled up and polished. Like if I were going to do a live on Instagram or something like that, I could just be real. And I think people are craving real. So I think it's fun to be involved from that aspect instead of trying to present like a calling card like a client would.
I think the hardest part was just being comfortable being on the camera. I have no problem, mapping out what the content is going to be, but putting my face on camera it's still not my favorite thing to do. That's
the game changer.
I know. It's really, really hard. But I'm getting better. Jackie's much better at just like saying, I don't care. So
yeah,
just
I really
jumping
don't.
on.
I was that TV production nerd. I did news packages and stuff. I've always been comfortable being on camera. So I'm just like, okay, you want this weird video of me pretending like I'm in a club? Okay, hold on.
I send her all sorts of requests. Like, I'm like, you got a t-shirt that's got a pink crown on it. Great. I need to like
put it on. Oh my gosh, I love that part. Like, and it's so wild. Like I did musical theater professionally for about 7 years. And I can do a character, but it's different when it's you, like personally.
Yeah.
For sure. But the only thing I ever won in school, like class favorites wise, was our school did like a weird year. I mean, the stuff was kind of silly, like most likely to, like the one I won was most likely to have her own TV show. Like it was not like best dressed or anything like that. And me and the guy that won for the male category at the time, we dressed up like Anchorman. I was Veronica. We was Ron. We went to the local thrift store and got these suits that smelled terrible.
Oh no.
But we got them we were like, we have to commit. So I'm like, man, I love that. I think it's kind of fun. It just takes someone somewhere outside of reality for just a moment, especially with hopping on TikTok.
Well, I love the video where you found the pink Power Ranger unitard.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It's so good.
That pink Power Ranger, I was thrifting with my son and I was like, okay, I have to go back and get it because I passed it up once. And I was like, there's no way that's going to be there when I go back. And my husband came home. He's like, hey, I got off work early. Let's go thrifting. And I was like, okay. And I didn't say anything. I was like, I hope that thing's still there. Like, I hope it is. Y'all, I legit like had to restage me discovering it because I jumped up and down. I was running and I do not have the ladies to be jumping up and down in a TikTok video. I was so excited. My husband's like, we've got to film from the right angle because this kind of see-through right here. And I was like, hey, get them views, boo. Like, you gotta get them views.
I love it. Yeah.
All right. So let's hop into this or that really quick. So obviously we know you're a huge 90s nostalgia fan, but we're going to see which ones you favor more out of these categories. You ready,
I'm
Jack?
excited.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Friends or Seinfeld?
Friends, without question. Without question.
Same. It's my bedtime TV show. Like I just watch it every night.
Oh, it's just so good and it ages well.
It does.
What's really cool is when I met my husband, I was only like 13 at the time. And we would hang out and watch episodes of Friends. That was our thing. So we grew up together watching Friends. And we're nerds. We have like an original signed pilot script of Friends.
Oh, wow.
We've got the yellow picture frame. I'm just trying to find the right purple paint for our hallway door. I'm like, y'all,
awesome.
We go hard.
The next one, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Oh, that's like Sophie's choice. It depends era wise because I feel like I loved NSYNC in the earlier years. I'm gonna have to say Backstreet Boys because that was the one I remember like sitting in the back seat of my mom's car when it was raining and like pretending I was in a music video for the first time. It had to be.
I really
had
love
to be
that.
Backstreet Boys. I don't know why I have such a vivid memory of that, but I legit remember doing that and I was eating the giant sweet tarts that like just made you gag as a kid. I don't know. I just remember sitting back there and being like, I had this sour look on my face anyways. But yeah.
Charmed or Buffy?
I like Buffy, but also that's mainly because I'm very loyal to Freddie Prinze Jr. We've had this secret thing that he doesn't know about for decades now. And so I love his wife. I think she's darling.
Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
I have to say Pokemon because my son is diehard and he's in the other room. So if he hears me say anything against it, it will not be good.
Disney or Nickelodeon?
Oh, man, why y'all gotta be doing me like this? That's so hard. Oh, I feel like Nickelodeon was when I was in like a sassier kind of spicy mood. I was like, I'm gonna watch me some Nick. Yeah. But when I was like kind of wanting some more feel good, it was always Disney. But I love All Real Monsters. Like I still watch that on the regular. So I have to say Nickelodeon. I wanted to get slimed so bad as a kid. Go on Double Dare.
Who? Nintendo or Sega?
Nintendo.
Every time you say Sega when we do these, I always
Do you hear that from She's All That?
Yes, Sega.
It's legit what I just heard in my head. And I was like, that is weird.
You know how I know you guys aren't gamers?
Because we don't pick Sega.
Well, because in my head, I hear what happens when you turn the Sega Genesis on and it goes, Sega. Furby or Tamagotchi?
Tamagotchi. Furby's straight up possessed.
Creepy.
Straight up. I had like 3 of them though, like for Christmas. Everyone kept giving them to me. And I'm like, I remember I just like fall asleep and they're just like staring at me on my dresser. I'm like, we got to get rid of these things. Something mysterious happened to all of them.
Bagel bites or pizza rolls?
I'm going to say bagel bites just because I like to eat my food in sections. You can eat all the toppings off first and it's a lot easier. Super weird. I don't know.
I like that answer. At least you had a strategy in which one you
I know.
chose.
Is it bad that I'm like strategizing this or that nostalgia?
Hey, there's a lot on the line here. You know, you don't want people to hear it and be like, I don't know, man. Can I trust Morgan? She
They're
likes
gonna be like, I ain't going over there, man. Her house crazy. They're gonna have bagel bites.
Zach Morris or AC Slater?
Oh, AC Slater, hardcore. Zach just kind of felt like he was just a little bit trying a little too hard, but AC, all he had to do is walk in the room and you're like, he's got it. He has it.
It's so disheartening now, like seeing people talk about Zach. Like now that you can go back, Zach
Dude,
was
it's so different.
Worse.
I remember thinking he was so cool whenever I was a kid. And then whenever they started airing the reruns or streaming them, I'm like, he was kind of a little butthead, like legit.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? I'm like, no wonder you and Kelly were always on the skirts, man. Like,
Kelly deserved better.
I know. I'm like, Kelly, you can do better.
Yes. Butterfly clips or scrunchies?
Butterfly clips all day long. All day long.
Same.
Legit still rock them on the daily. Not even just for TikTok videos.
The Boy Is Mine or Say My Name?
Oh, The Boy Is Mine. Once you've heard the beginning just sticks with you.
Yes.
It becomes a part of you.
Sidekick or a razor?
I had a razor. I always wanted a sidekick, but I couldn't get my parents to change phone providers.
Same.
I don't get it. They said it was going to be too difficult.
Real World or Road Rules?
Real World, partially because I wasn't allowed to watch that one. So when I watched it, I felt like a rebel.
Yes.
I did.
And the last one, Fresh Prince or Full House?
Full House. I love Full House. Just the dynamic was just so much fun on that show. And you felt like you were learning good morals. So there was that as well.
All right. So now we're going to Dreamcast. So this is actually harder than I had expected.
It is.
Oh my gosh. I was so excited when you said, let's do this. I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Y'all, I was feeding the foster baby for like 2 hours while he's like feeding and napping. I was looking on my phone. I'm like, this is not easy.
The hardest part is the younger generation. So I came up with a genius idea that gave us all a headache to Dreamcast the Now and Then cast as if it was going to be redone or remade, rebooted, where the then cast would be in the 90s and the now would be now, essentially. So yeah, it was harder than we thought.
A lot easier said than done.
Yes.
Much easier.
Jackie, do you wanna go first?
Sure, I can go first. Let me screen share. Okay, and so like I said, I have an asterisk because I don't know any of the young actresses. And so I chose younger actresses, like they would have been good, their 12-year-old selves. I don't know. It'll make sense. Hold on.
Okay.
I probably did the same thing, honestly.
Here are my choices. So I have Lady Gaga as adult Roberta.
Okay.
And Millie Bobby Brown as young Roberta.
Nice.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And then for Teenie, I have Blake Lively as the adult and Elle Fanning as the younger version. And Samantha, I have Mila Kunis as adult Samantha, and then Haley Steinfeld.
We're so hip, y'all.
As young Samantha. And then for Chrissy, I have Regina King as adult Chrissy and Marseille Martin as young Chrissy.
Nice.
Oh, can I say I love that you like diversified the cast?
Thank you.
I was sitting there going through it and I was like, good grief, this is very vanilla.
Oh,
the
gosh.
whole thing.
Oh, we'll get to that because I wrote in all caps at one point.
I'm glad it's you this time because I always be calling out racism.
No.
I'm like, what? No.
Okay, Danielle,
I
here's your
gotta-
choices.
I gotta pull mine up. Hold on. I had all this time, but then I started watching yours. My bad.
She text messaged me today. She's like, remember you have this thing. I'm like, girl, I got visuals. I'm on it.
I'm trying to see if I can. I think I just want to download it and then make it bigger because I did mine vertical instead of horizontal.
It's not good for visual media, Danielle.
My bad.
You got that TikTok frame of mind.
I do, baby. All day, all day.
I can remake mine vertical if you need it for the TikToks.
Yeah, I probably will, but
Okay.
I could just resize it. If you did it in Canva, I could resize it later.
I didn't do it in Canva. I did it in Google Slides.
Oh, snap. Okay. My bad.
I can redo it. We'll just sit here and watch Danielle struggle with technology. Like,
dude, I'm glad it's
all
giving me.
recording.
I'm like, y'all came with slides. I'm over here like frantically on my Google right now. I'm like, you better help me out. I need you to come in. I watch nothing but old movies. I don't even know.
All right.
Okay.
I think she's got it. Oh wait, what the hell is
Ooh,
this?
that's cute.
Okay. All right. So for Roberta, I have Scarlett Estevez, who plays the daughter on the show Lucifer, and Amy Garcia, who was also on Lucifer. And I just thought, I saw a picture of them together and I was just like, oh, that would be good. I like Amy Garcia. She's been around for a long time. She used to be a child actress, and I don't know, she can be really funny. I like her. And I thought it would be a different vibe for Roberta. Then McKenna Grace for Samantha, and Brie Larson, because this movie has to get funding. So
it's true.
We need somebody.
She took it there. I'm like, yes. You know, they couldn't pitch this other.
I feel like this is a female empowerment movie that Brie would be on task with. Yeah, 100%.
Agreed. We need to make this go viral so Brie will make it.
You're right.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool.
And I hope I'm saying it right. Momona Tamada, who plays Claudia on the new Babysitters Club on Netflix, and Patty Harrison, who is a trans woman. So I thought that would diversify a little bit as well. And I thought Teeny would be great because that character is just like the embodiment of how we viewed a feminine character, blonde hair, whatever. And this kind of puts a spin on it. And then I have, for Chrissy, I have Eris Baker and Iantha Richardson. So if you watch This Is Us, you'll know these characters. Eris plays the oldest biological daughter of one of the characters on This Is Us. And Iantha actually plays the older version of her on that show. And so I was just like, oh, that's perfect, because I was having a hard time thinking it. But when I thought about Chrissy, I just felt like the way her mom was like super overprotective, and she was always kind of like the voice of reason. I'm not doing this crazy white girl shit in the movie. I felt like that girl has to be Black, because I feel the vibes of her mother saying, I'm sick of you being with these crazy ass girls. So that's who I felt would be Chrissy.
You took it there. I'm dying right now.
So
that's awesome.
That's who I think would be great. And I try to make it diverse. Again, I put white ladies in there for funding, but
sad but true, man. I hate to say it. Oh my goodness. The only ones I had, y'all, was for Roberta, Mila Kunis as the older version.
Yeah.
Just because I think she can kind of deliver that dry, kind of sarcastic response. Yes. And then Sarah Hyland from Modern Family, like her younger version. Because, I mean, girl can throw some shade, but she's still kind of lovable at the same time, which I felt like was very Roberta-ish. And they look so similar.
They do.
So similar. And then I thought of Margot Robbie as Teeny. Because I don't know why, she always kind of gave me these kind of like I don't know, just Teeny's character. I'm like, she definitely going to grow up and show some leg. And then Melanie Griffith gets out of the car and you're like, yes. So I'm like, just connect the two with that, and Margot Robbie and Wolf of Wall Street. I'm like, she can do it. And then one that was weird, and I don't know why I picked it really, was Emma Stone as Chrissy.
Oh,
I don't know why. I was like, I feel like she could bring it to where it's almost more of she has a fun, I don't know. I feel like sometimes throughout the movie, they tried to make Chrissy such a bummer. And I didn't like that. I was like, I'm sorry. I feel like Chrissy would actually be really fun to hang out with if they would give a different dynamic.
Yes.
And so
I think she would be great as the adult Chrissy, because Rita
Wilson.
Wasn't it
I wanted to say Hanks. But Rita Wilson was really, good with her comedic timing.
Yes. Like she knew when to hit it and when to still like honor that, like almost the, I don't know, walking on eggshells that her mom clearly put on her kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I think you did go with your choices. It was harder picking the younger kids. And now
I didn't know any of those names. I was like, I don't know any of this.
Oh, we didn't do who we thought would be
Devon Saw's character.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Can he ever be replaced? Like,
can we just have Devon Saw be adult Scott Wormer?
Could you even imagine?
Right.
Oh my gosh. I've got like those heart little bubbles coming over my head. I did think of like a Brendan Fraser character. You remember like the drifter kind of hippie guy? I say that he was a veteran or something like that. That's terribly dishonoring. So sorry.
Well, they called him a hippie in there, so I can understand.
Okay.
He had an earring.
Don't come for me, internet.
I doubt. Yeah. Well, there's so much Brendan Fraser love right now. So yeah, we all have to be careful. Love him though.
These are just our opinions. These do not represent the mass. No, I thought even Zac Efron, because I think he could do almost like a grimy kind of version, but still have this kind of like sex appeal to it. And then you're like, I don't know why I'm attracted to you right now, because you're doing terrible things by giving like cigarettes to kids.
Yes.
But you're really pretty.
I'm feeling what you're throwing out there.
I just saw the dirty, messy hair with the blue eyes. I went to the boys. Is that bad? I should have been focused on the girls.
No. Oh, wow.
That reveals a lot.
Well, that was fun. I think we'll have to do it for more movies.
I think it'd be so interesting to hear.
So obviously we love your TikTok and people have been hearing us talk about it, but why don't you tell everyone how they can find you on the TikTok and the Instagram?
Y'all, I need y'all to follow me on Instagram. It's sad. You can find me on TikTok or Instagram. My handle is @Morgan Bartel on both. Super creative. But yeah.
Hey,
I figured I'd keep it easy.
It's consistent. It's easy. Like I think it's great.
I don't have to remember another login. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this fun Q&A and games. Obviously, everyone, please stay tuned. Later this week, we will be dropping our Now and Then episode with Morgan, so you can hear our hot takes on Devon Sawa. I mean, the whole movie.
I'm here to crush people's dreams on him. I feel so bad.
As always, you can find us at No More Late Fees on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all the channels.
And visit us on Patreon. You can become a Patreon bestie and subscribe to get exclusive content, birthday shout outs, live chats, ask me anythings, and a lot more. Find us at patreon.com/No More Late Fees. And as always, be kind and rewind.